with our arms. She might have something planned this week because I know she's not coming to see me. And really pull those arms back, pull them forward. Go ahead and kind of move that whole spine as you open up the shoulders. All women.
So is it real muddy?
And go the other way.
Area?
Mhm.
Is it real muddy just with
It can be. It can be. I've been pulling the straw out. It's muddy like right when it rains, but then it kind of fades in.
Maybe
So that's just some big circles.
What is the actual address on Corrales Road?
So I'll tell you when I'm not recording.
All right.
I have it as well.
Stop and change direction.
Wasn't on the last one, you know.
Yeah, because I only send it out to the people that confirmed that they were gonna. And let's go ahead and add some movement. So go ahead and lean forward. Let the head drop back. Lean forward. I'm going nice and slow still, right? We're just still warming that body up. And change direction, still leaning forward. Hey, good morning, good morning. And rest those hands on the legs. Whew, felt good. Keep those hands here so that the body stays stationary. And take that head, look over one shoulder. Bring it back and look over the other shoulder. And as you do this, we're going to go back and forth. Take your eyes and extend those eyes just a bit more. We're really warming up the muscles around the eyes as well. And bring the head back to center. Let's look up, extend that chin up. And then tuck that chin to the chest. And go ahead and move up and down. And come back to center. Take one ear and tilt it towards the shoulder. Don't let the shoulders come up. The shoulders are still nice and relaxed. Just tilt that ear down. And let's take that same side hand and rest it on the head. And then take the opposite arm and point it down. And we're just gently resting. We're not pushing down. We're not trying to really extend that neck down. Nice and gentle move here. And release. Let's do the other side. Tilt that ear towards the shoulder. That hand comes up and just rest gently. Opposite arm points down. And release back up. Nice. All right. Let's go ahead and do our spine. We're going to go ahead and keep our hands placed on our knees. Arch the belly and arch the back, looking up. And then tuck that belly in and curve the back. And let's go ahead and move forward and backwards. Not too fast. Really articulate every little single bone inside the spine as you move forwards and backwards. Let's do one more in both directions and then find yourself back up in the center. And let's elongate that spine. Lift that rib cage up, but relax the shoulders. As the rib cage is lifted up, we're going to go ahead and rotate that rib cage. Should feel the belly working out just a bit. Let's do two more full circles, and then we're going to stop and change direction. And then find yourself back in the center, and let's work our belly just a little bit. So right now, we're not going to move the hips. We're just going to push the belly out, pull the belly in. If you want to put your hands on the belly, you can, if that helps you feel it, or you can keep them on your hips to make sure the hips are not really initiating this movement. Right now, it's the muscles in the belly. This is going to create strong abs, This also lengthens the diaphragm, increasing the capacity for your lungs. Now let's add the hips. So curls, if you were a dog, curl that tail underneath and then let the belly drop. And so now I'm going to actually arch my back. So now the hip is moving. So we're really opening up this hip area. This is really good for the muscles inside, right? For that pelvic floor. So why don't you go ahead and feel all those muscles tuck up as you pull that belly button back and then relax and then pull it all in. You want to keep these muscles nice and tight and strong. Let's do one more, pushing forward and pulling back. And pull back just a little bit more. Try to tuck everything into a tiny, tiny little marble-sized ball. And release. Whew, good stuff. Go ahead and pull those legs together. Let's get our legs warmed up. I'm going to scoot back so I can swing. Let's do some circles now. You might hear some popping. You might feel some pressure being released inside the knees.
I just saw a video on trepidation. That's what that is, the air.
Stuck inside there.
Trepidation. Trepidation.
Stop and go the other way. And I made it, Vata, but
That was terrible. We're all old.
I know, I was like, oh, like, and bring that circle down to the ankles. I'm like, oh. And change direction. Did they tell you you wanted to get it out? Yeah. Okay.
Movement is good.
And flex those toes. Push your heels towards me. Push your toes towards me. And let's go back and forth. If it feels good, go ahead and engage those toes too, right? You curl them and flex them. I can't see, but it might feel good to open up the toes and curl the toes. I got some trepidation going on. I can hear it. Oh, some Vata. I know I have Vata. And rest those hands down. Whew, good job. Let's go ahead and open those arms up, extend it out a little further. Palms open, thumbs pointing up. Let's pull those arms back. And as you do, push the chest forward. Try to touch those shoulder blades together. Now imagine that you've got this big ball in front of you, and we're going to squish that ball. And now someone's tied your hands with rubber bands. We're going to pull those rubber bands apart. Squish. And pull. Really feel that resistance, right? You can resist against yourself. That's going to help tone those muscles in the arms. You want to get toned arms, right? We got summer coming. And though it doesn't feel like it right now, pretty soon we'll be in short sleeves. And extend it out, push out. Go ahead and bend at the elbows. Same move. Let's go ahead and try to touch those shoulder blades, bring those elbows back. We still have that big ball. Let's squish it now with the elbows bent. Pull those hands apart, squish together. When I was a child on the playground, we would have this game where we put our fingers in that string.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that's what this reminds me of. Yeah, and then you would like, yeah.
Cast it on.
Oh, that's right, that's right. And then your partner could like take two and they'd end up with it. Yeah. Let's do one more open, and let's open a little wider. Push that chest out and push that chest out. Drop the head back. And bring that head up, drop those arms down. Woo, good job. Let's go ahead and put those hands near your shoulders. We're going to push up towards the ceiling. As we do, let's bring one leg and then we'll alternate the other leg. Let's do this for 20. That way each leg gets 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Drop those hands pushing out now. I'm going to scoot back just a bit because now I'm going to lift one leg out. And so rather than the knee, now the foot is raising. And let's do this for 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and rest. Whew. Something about that mental count to 20 makes it harder, right? Because sometimes I'll do 10 and count both legs, but 20 just seems like much bigger. Let's go ahead and extend those arms out. We're going to do some small circles. And let's visualize we've got some heavy weights. So grab those kettlebells. I've got 15 in each hand. Whew, I can just feel my abs engaged, helping to carry these heavy weights. Let's move to medium-sized circles. Hopefully some of you can stay or come back. We have our women's discussion, our women's health discussion today. It would be lovely to see everybody. Let's go to big circles. We have Kristen Cordova, our new nurse practitioner, will be speaking. And rest. Go ahead and let those weights down. Right now, I was taking my arms back. I'm going to switch direction and move up. Let's open up those palms. Extend that energy from the heart out through the middle finger. For those of you that take martial arts with me, you know I talk about like this unbendable arm, this energy that moves from the center of your body all the way out. And let's move to medium-sized circles. And small circles. I'm going to talk a little bit about stress. Women experience stress differently and at a larger percentage than men. And so we'll talk a little bit about stress and how we can shift that and relax those arms. I'm going to do a little heart math and some tapping. So it'll be a good session. We'll do some yoga too.
How long is that? 11 to what?
So I was going to put 12, but it might be 12:30. It all depends on how many questions. I didn't want to set a time. So if you come and you need to go, please come in and whenever you can come. Yeah, we don't want you not to come. If you come in late, just be, courteous. Yeah. So, all right, let's go ahead and sit on the edge of our chair, legs apart, hands on the hips. Big, deep in breath. Sorry, and let it go. Let's tuck that, gosh, that just all of a sudden lost all my words. Tuck that belly button back, tuck the tail so that your abs are nice and tight. We're going to reach across our body to that imaginary rope, pulling it down, reaching across the other side, pulling it down. If it feels good, engage your legs. You can actually push. You know when you're reaching for something hard, how you use your leg. You can use your legs to help that extend that reach. Let's do this for 10. 1, both sides. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way up and back. All right. So now let's visualize we're reaching straight across, right? So now we've got maybe a table. We're going to reach straight across parallel with the ground, grab that rope or whatever is on the other side, pulling it all the way across to the hip, reaching across the other side, pulling it back. Let's do this for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, 10. Both the right and the left come back to the center. All right, let's go ahead and walk those feet in. Place our hands onto our knees. We're going to add the spine just a bit. We're going to reach up towards the ceiling, turn our whole body, reach behind us. If you can tap the chair, go ahead and tap the chair and bring it back. Now, this is going to look different for each of you. If your arm doesn't lift that high, imagine it's the energy in the elbow lifting up and pulling back and tapping as far as you can. Even if you need to like just turn and keep the shoulder down, we just want to get that spine warmed up. Let's do one side. We'll do one side for 8. 1, Up, bring it back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One more. 8. Let's do the other side. 1. And your sides might look different. That's okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and come on back. Nice. Whew, good job. We can turn the heater off if it's getting warm. It was a little chilly when I first got in here. You're getting warm too. Go ahead. Yeah. There was a little bit of chill in the room, especially on Monday because the air has been off all weekend. So hands are still resting on the knees. Let's go ahead and pull them up, almost as if we're rowing, right? So we've got that row, and then we're going to push them back. Let's do this for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and back down. Sparky, I like that move. Let's go ahead and sit back just a bit. Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and grab at our legs, right? So we're just, when we pull back, the legs are going to lift up. We bring them back down. Let's do this for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and back down. Nice. Let's come back to the edge of our chair. I'm going to go ahead and sit up nice and tall. Roll those shoulders up, relax them back down. Let's go ahead and put both hands onto one side. This is our wood chops. We're going to open up one arm, bring it back down. And we'll do this for a count of 10. So I'm going to do one side. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you need to lead with the elbow, you can. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch those hands to the other side. 1, 2. If your elbow doesn't, if your shoulder doesn't work. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and put one hand on each hip. Okay, let's go ahead and crisscross them. Let's go ahead and almost as if we're going to lead with the elbows up and then come back down, crisscrossing the other way. We'll do this for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and lower those arms. Whew, all right. So we worked these little deltoids quite a bit today, right? Without even weights. Go ahead and stretch them out. And let's go ahead and grab our weights now. We've got 2s, we've got 3. Those are 2s. If you want some 3s, there's some 3s over here. I do have a couple sets of 5s. All right. Let's go ahead and put our palms facing up. We're going to curl. We'll do 10 bicep curls. 1, 2, keep your abs tight. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Back down. Turn those palms so they're facing each other. Let's go up 10 bicep curls. 1, push down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and take a rest. How are you feeling? You took a little break. It doesn't take long, huh? Yeah, it seems like whenever you stop, even for a week, it takes a little bit to catch up. Palms fast facing up. Let's go ahead and add our legs. So if you need to move them in or scoot your body back, go ahead. We're going to curl up with one leg raising. And then we'll alternate and do the other side. Let's do this one for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Palms facing each other. This time we're going to lift our foot up. So as our weights come up, our foot comes up, and then we'll alternate and do the other side. Let's do this one for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And take a rest. Whew. Check in to make sure the shoulders aren't rising up. We've got to keep them nice and relaxed. The back should not be feeling any tension. If it is, that means you're not tucking in that abdomen nice and tight. That's going to help keep the back safe. Palms facing me. Last one's going to be a set of 6. And let's go ahead and add an additional arm movement. So we're going to go up, open up, and back down. And we'll do this for 6. 1, 2. I heard someone's elbow. 3. 4. Sorry, what was that name, Brendan? 5.
Purpose.
Last one. 6. Whew, all right, palms facing each other. Let's add a movement to this one. We're going to bring those weights up to the shoulders, push up towards the ceiling, back down into the beginning. Let's do this for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and back down. Turn those palms so they're facing down. Take a deep breath in, check in with the body. Make sure those shoulders are still staying relaxed. We're going to take those palms facing down. We're going to pull those elbows back and then push those palms back to the knees. Let's do this for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and take a rest. Whew. Again, check in with the shoulders. They might want to creep up, relax. If you need to move the head around, loosen up the neck. Let's go ahead and do one arm at a time. So I'm going to pull one arm back, and when it starts to return, the opposite arm comes. So we'll have this push-pull going. So let's go ahead and start with one arm back. We'll do this one for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And go ahead and let that other hand rest. Take a deep breath in. We're going to add a new variation here. And so when this arm comes back, I'm going to turn and take it back behind me. And so it's almost like that hammer strike. So I'm striking through this karate part of my hand or my pinky. And so I pull it back, take it back. It comes to the front. It comes back down, opposite end. Switches over and then comes back. I haven't done this one before. We'll do this one for 8, a little bit less. 1, pull it back, come to the front. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And rest. Woo, check in with the shoulders. Make sure they're staying nice and relaxed. Let's go ahead and drop those hands to the side. Drop those shoulders down. Feel the neck opening up. I'm going to lift up to our airplane pose, pulling them out straight. Energy extends out when you get to this level here, and they come back down. Make sure your feet are flat on the ground. Tuck your tailbone. Tuck that belly button back to the spine. If you want to use the back of the chair to help support you, it's there to help you. Let's lift up for 10. 1, energy out. 2, 3, relax those shoulders. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and relax. Check in and make sure the shoulders aren't bunching up. We have a tendency when we lift our arm to bring those shoulders up. That's why I want you to extend that energy outwards so the shoulders stay relaxed. Let's add another move to this. We're going to bring those weights up, turn the palms up. You can open the palms if you want to, or just leave them soft. We twist and we come back down. We'll do this for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and take a rest. Whew. Just that little twist adds a little bit to the shoulders there. All right. And let's go all the way up above our head. So be careful. You want to make sure you've got a good grasp on your weights. You don't want to drop them on top of you, but we're going to go up. We get to that halfway point, turn them up all the way up, tap over the head and back down, all the way back down. We'll do this for 6. This might be a move you do without weights. Yes. 1, all the way up. 2, if you're not using weights, visualize that you are. 3, 4, 2 more, 5, last one, 6. All right, set those weights down, check those arms out. Good job. That was a tough one. Okay, let's let our arms and our shoulders rest for just a bit, and we're going to do our core now. So I'm going to come back to the edge of my chair. I'm going to find a nice wide stance, maybe about the same distance as the legs. I'm going to put those weights near my body. I'm going to go ahead and lean forward. As I bring my body up, I want you to use your glutes and your hamstrings. Don't push against your feet yet. Use the back muscles to pull your body up. All right, so I'm using these glutes, I'm using these hamstrings. So let's go ahead and lean forward. Let's pull ourselves up for 10. 1, tuck those glutes in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way up. All right. I'm going to move my legs in. Now, when I go down, I'm going to let my arms drop. My arms are going to lock. So as I bring my body up, these arms come up with me because I've got this locked position here. This is a lot harder on the lower back because we've got that counterweight out there. So really tuck that tailbone. I'm going to use these glutes, tuck that belly button. If this is too difficult on your lower back, just keep it a little closer to your body. But if you're able to, go ahead and extend it out. The further out, the more weight you're having to distribute. Let's go ahead and do this for 8. 1, tuck those tailbones. 2, 3, 4, halfway there. 5, 6, 7, 8, and let's go all the way back down. Leave those weights down. Turn those palms back so they're facing your chair. Let's go ahead and lift up with the elbow and push back down. This helps protect the shoulder just a bit. Let's go ahead and lift up for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and bring your body upright. Take a deep breath in. Let it go. All right. I'm going to scoot back in my chair. We're going to do our side muscles now. I'm going to let one weight drop down. Other weight's going to tuck up underneath my arm, and then we're going to alternate direction. Let's do this for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and pull it back up. Princess, I'm sorry, you can turn your chair around. Sorry, I'm not too sure why I got turned that way. If you want to face me, I don't know if it's hurting your neck to go that way. Okay. Take a deep breath in, exhale out. Let's go ahead and put those weights on the outside of one leg. And we're going to lift them to the other side, but don't use your muscles. It's really easy to use your arms, but I want you to visualize that it's these core muscles that are lifting the weight. So right now, my muscles are focused on this side. And as I switch, my muscles transversely, they move over to this side here. Let's do this for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now let's pass it to that person behind us. So I've got my weights on my left side. I'm going to go all the way across to the right side and back down to this left side. So we're going to add a little variation here. We're actually crossing the body. Let's do this side for 4, and then we'll do the other side. 1, bring it back. 2, 3, 4, all the way back across the leg. And let's do the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way back. And go ahead and rest those weights. Take a deep breath in and let it out. Ooh, nice, good job. Take another deep breath in and release. All right. Let's go ahead and set one weight down. It's been so dry. I have little cracks on my fingers and they just hurt. Every once in a while I'll tap them and I'm like, oh, that hurts. I know. Let's go ahead and let's compress that weight. Lift those elbows up high and try to squish that weight into the size of a dime. Usually this time of the year, these are gone. I usually get them like right around Christmas, but this cold storm that came in. Take your fingers, point them towards me, still compressing. So this workout is only as much as you put into it, right? So the more you compress, the more these arms are going to become engaged, the shoulders. I'm lifting my feet up because my whole core is engaged. Let's push those arms out, still compressing. I can feel the back of my arms now engaged, or even the back of my shoulders. Pull that weight in. Let's go up over our heads. Be careful not to lose that weight. Everything in my body is compressing this weight to the size of a dime. Even my belly, my arms, my legs, everything is engaged in trying to compress this weight. And pull it back down. Nice. Let's go ahead and set that weight between our knees. Let's shake our wrist out. You can leave it like this. Maybe you want to put your hands. I like to put my hands. That kind of hurts my knees. I'm going to do that same compression here, right? So I'm going to try to compress this weight to the size of a dime. If you can lift up your feet, go ahead and do so. That's going to engage your abs. My arms are also engaged because I've got my hands here. If you don't, you can also put your hands on the outside to help compress. That way these arms are engaged. This is such a great way to engage the entire body. If you can lift those legs up, go ahead and do so. The abs will become engaged, the lower back. Still trying to compress it to the size of a dime. One last squish. And rest those feet down. And leave those weights still in this position, but let them rest on top of the knee. You can go ahead and hang on to them. We're going to bend just the elbows. Pull them up, pull it down, up and down. Now when we go up, let's go up and push up towards the ceiling. Go back down, push out towards me, back in and down. We're going to go up, up towards the ceiling. Halfway, push out towards me and then down, up, out, down, up, out, down, up. Sorry, a little bit of
brain work.
yes. Always have to have something in there for you, right? Last one, out and down. Nice. Let's go ahead and bring that weight back up to the center. We're going to look underneath one arm, drop it back behind us, and come to the front. Let's do 5 on each side. And you can go at a pace that feels good for you. This is a great way to open up and loosen up those shoulders that we worked so hard today. After you've done 5, Go ahead and switch and do the other side. I think I have one more left this direction. And I'm going to change it to the other direction. After you're done with your 5, go ahead and set that weight down. Whew. Shake out those arms. So one of the things I've talked about is lymph. And so lymph is your body's disposal system, but it doesn't have an organ to help move that lymph around. But this movement helps. So you could also add some tapping, right? We've been doing a lot of movement, but we're also sitting. And so when we sit, we create some barriers like a dam, right? And so one of those areas, into our belly, through your kidneys, especially when the weather's cold, they might become a little stagnant. If you feel any pain in this area, it could be some stagnant energy. One of the areas when you're sitting that you prevent that lymph from draining is right here, right? So go ahead, open up that space. As you're doing this, you might find yourself swallowing. That's that lymph moving, right? You feel that lymph moving through the back of the leg, through the inside of the leg. All right. This is good to do every day. Let's go ahead and start to move our legs now. And we've got that motion of our lymph moving. Let's move our muscle. Let's pick up those knees. Pick up that pace. We're going to leave our hands motionless for right now. We're going to do 10 seconds. And now let's do 10 seconds moving the arms. And slow it down. Let's go to a nice walk. And slow it down to a stop. Ooh, good job. All right. Let's go ahead and put our fingertips on our shoulders. We're going to do our knee lifts. Our knee lifts all the way up to the opposite elbow. Let's go ahead and do this for 10. 10 will include both the right and the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Open those arms up. Let's do it with the feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, both sides. Ooh, good job. All right. Let's go ahead and one knee is going to be bent. Push it to the side just a bit. Other leg's going to go way to the outside as far as you can. I'm going to work this leg just a bit. So if you want to hang onto your chair, one leg's going to go out and back. So we're just going to work this inside leg right here. So go ahead and cross it over. Let's do this one for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way back over. And then let's go ahead and set this foot. Opposite foot comes out. Let's do this one for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way back over, and then bring that foot there. Hopefully you felt a little bit of an opening inside this hip area. We have a lot of tightness in this area here. Let's go ahead and put those feet together. And my feet are extended out as long as they can be. You might have a little bit of a bend, but see if you can get them nice and long. Hang onto that chair. Both legs are going to come out. Both legs are going to come back. Try to hold those legs up so your abs are engaged. That means the back needs to be straight. Tuck that belly button in. Let's do both legs out for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and back. All right. Come back to a bench position. I'm going to put one leg out. All right. So we're still working these hips and legs right here. I'm going to lean over because I'm going to do as much of a lift as I can. Tap, lift, and tap. So find a position that feels good for you. For some of you, it might be putting the elbow down. It might be hanging on. But find that position that feels good. If you want to hang to the back of the chair, my hand's going to rest on my hip. And let's lift up for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and come back. Let's do the other side. Creating some heat now. Let's try to do 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and sit back up. Woo, good job. Nice workout here for the hips, right? All right. This is that remedy for sitting too much. Let's go ahead and bring those arms up to cactus arms. I'm gonna lift one leg out. Let's do our mountain climbers. That means that leg's gonna lift up, tap that elbow. Just one leg at a time. Let's do 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's do the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, drop those arms. Put those feet together, but open up the knees. Whew, okay, so today's focus has been the shoulders and the hips. I don't know if you've noticed, we're really working on these joints today. Our feet are together. We're going to squish those legs together, but it comes together pretty easy. So I want you to put your hands here and add some resistance as you squish those legs together. Pull them back out. Squish them together. Pull them back out. Really try to add some resistance so you're working the inside muscles here. I didn't have anyone on Zoom. I could have brought the balls in. No playing. And let's go ahead and drop our elbows down here. Hands go here. Some more squishing, right? Just squish a little bit more. I'm just going to do 5, 3, 4, 5, and then go ahead and bring the body upright. Nice. Whew. Go ahead and sit back just a bit. We're going to lift both legs up and lower back down. Now, we're not going to swing our legs because this is inertia. I actually want you to slowly lift those legs up. As you do, feel the belly button going back to the spine. Bring those legs down, soften the belly. Bring the legs up, tighten the belly. Soften the belly. Let's do this for 10. 1, 2, nice and slow. 3, 4, 5, 6, tighten the belly, soften the belly. 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold it up. Let's count to 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Leave those legs up. You can hang onto the chair. Let's bend one knee up, push it down. Let's do this side for 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and rest those feet down. Good job. Sparky was riding a bicycle.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and we do our jumping jacks. And so we're going to go ahead and you can put your hands on your hips. You can just do the hands or you can do just the legs. Maybe you want to do both together. Let's do 35. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. And take a deep breath in through the nose. Take another sip of breath in through the nose. Slowly let it out. Deep breath in. Another breath in. Slowly let it out. All right, let's go ahead and put our feet to the outside. This is the move where both feet go over to the other outside of the chair. And let's do this for 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and back to center. Take a deep breath in, into the belly, and let it out. Pull that belly in. Deep breath into the belly, and let it go. All right, walk those feet in. Go ahead and grab the side of the chair. Lift one arm up, reach as tall as you can, and go ahead and lean over. Push that hip down, and take your palm, push the palm up. I've got my right hand up. I'm going to take that same side leg, extend it out. If you need to shift your hand, you want to get a nice stretch across the side of the body, all the way from the fingers down to the toes, and then take that palm, pull it back. Now you feel the stretch across the top of the body. If you want your head to drop back, take that hand, bring it all the way down to that bent foot, and back to the center, and bring your body upright. Go ahead and pull that foot in. Let's lift up that opposite arm. Lift a little higher, and lean over. Nice lean over. Once you've got the lean, now push your palm up, push the hip down. Nice stretch through the hip, through the palm. Now extend that leg out. Now you feel the stretch all the way through the belly, through the front of the leg. Push up a little more and pull that arm back. If it feels good, let the leg drop back. Take that hand, go all the way down forward towards that foot, back to the center, and bring your body upright and pull that foot in. Good job. Let's go ahead and turn our body to the side in our chair. One leg, my front leg is off. I'm going to take that leg, I'm going to bring it back behind me. And I'm on my toe right now. My knee is pointing down towards the earth. Let's go back just a little further. So now my knee is at an angle. I can feel the front of my hip opening up. I'm going to press down against my toe and push my heel straight. Take your hips, square them so they're all facing forward. If you need to hang on your chair, go ahead and hang on your chair. If you don't need your chair, if you feel pretty balanced, lift those arms up towards the ceiling. Go ahead and take those hands forward. I'm going to tap the ground. Push through that back leg so it's nice and straight. And walk your body back up. Let's go ahead and twist towards the back of our chair. Should feel a nice stretch across the belly. This is a great way to push out toxins. And come back forward. And bring your body all the way to the front of the chair. Ooh, good job. Let's do the other side. So let's turn sideways. We're going to drop that knee so it's pointing straight down. I'm on my toe. Let's drop it back just a little bit further. And now push on the top of the toe, but push that through the heel. Now your body may want to open up. So go ahead and square those hips so you're facing forward. It's going to create a nice stretch across the front of that hip. If you feel balanced, go ahead and lift those arms up. Still pushing through the toes. Let's go ahead and bring those hands forward, bending at the waist. Once you touch the ground, if you're able to, or you're resting on your leg, push through that extended back leg. Push through your heel. Feel a stretch across the back of the calf. And bring your body upright. Let's go ahead and grab the back of the chair, do a nice spinal twist. You can feel your stomach squishing just a bit, pushing out toxins, helping with your digestion. And come back forward. And bring your body back to the front. Let's go ahead and interlace your fingers. Push your palms towards me. From here, round the back, tuck the belly in. And so you want this nice little rounded position. This is going to help stretch the back, the lower back. We work the lower back just a bit with those lifts. And pull the spine up straight. Lift the arms up over your head. Push up towards the ceiling. Push through the palms. Let's go ahead and break free. Drop those arms into goddess arms. Hold them back so you're touching your shoulder blades. Push the chest forward, let the head drop back. And drop those arms down. Nice. Let's stretch the chest and the neck just a bit more. Go ahead and lean back so the chair will carry you. We're going to go ahead and open those arms up. Take your shoulders and roll them back so they're dropping down, almost as if you're trying to drop them down the back of the chair. Palms are up, let the head drop back. Lift the head back up. Turn those palms down. Let's go ahead and lean forward. Nice and soft here. Now, bend the back. So almost as if the back of the spine, push it up towards the ceiling. Feel a nice stretch across the lower back, the shoulders. And slowly walk your body back up. Got just a couple minutes. I'm going to show you a new breath practice. This breath practice helps to activate the vagus nerve in the body. It's a good practice to do each day. It's a practice that you actually